Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports. This afternoon, we are at the Rec Center in St. Louis Park on location, bringing you Section 6AA quarterfinal girls hockey featuring the number 6 seeded Minnehaha United Hawks, and I'll tell you who they are. They're a conglomerate of 5 schools, I believe, taking on, of course, the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret's. They're ranked 6th in the state, seeded number 3 in a very tough Section 6AA with Edina the number 1 seed and Wayzata the number 2 seed. But tonight, we are here this afternoon for the first round of the playoffs. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us, and I am looking forward to this game as United coming in with an 18-7 record, but that might be a little deceiving based on the quality of opponents they've played, but nevertheless, a strong record at 18-7. Benilde, of course, 18-5, and they lost most of those at the first couple weeks of the season, starting out with a tough schedule. So I look for them to play well here this afternoon as the playoffs are underway here already in mid-February. And I was walking in this afternoon and it was super warm earlier in the week, and then it dropped to below 0 last night, and I was thinking in the parking lot with all the melted water now turning to ice, they could be playing this match in the parking lot in the Rec Center, but instead we're in this beautiful arena on this nice sheet of rink. And again, glad you're with us, and we're underway here from the Rec Center. Benilde controls the opening faceoff, shoots the puck into the United zone, and quickly the goaltender for United is number 31, Ellie Wasserman, I believe. I got that right. It is. So she smothers the puck. I don't know if they're going to count that as a shot on goal. They did not. They are counting them here. Usually they do at the Rec Center, but on Saturday afternoon, not sure. They have the staffing to always do those stats here, but we'll keep an eye on that and bring it along to you when I see the updates. Now Hain, the senior, throws the puck behind the net, now in front, and United comes away with it. And their first breakout opportunity is they skated into the Benilde zone. That's number 5 for United. Her name is Lucy Bond, a senior. And United will try to set up shop. Bond tried to wheel around, but the puck intercepted by Lily Mortensen. And now she skates out of the zone to neutral ice, dumps it, and she'll change on the fly. And United will go back to get the puck quickly. The Red Knights' new line out on the ice, trying to keep the puck in the zone. Unable to do so as it comes back to neutral ice. That's played by number 9, Bailey Gray, the superb freshman on this team. Now Melsness in the corner, number 14, Sophie. Nice backhanded pass, I felt, right there to number 22, Abby Garvin. Now Garvin plays it right in front. No one there except United's number 7. That is Heidi Duell, the junior. Puck still in the United zone, and they do break it out. Skating after it is number 14 for United. Her name is Emily Chatters, and it's going to be an icing, and that means there's a whistle and a stoppage with 15:36 to go. And of course, this is United, and I was wondering who the heck they were, and our producer Paul Broden was nice enough to write down the names of the high schools: Minnehaha Academy, St. Paul Academy, De La Salle, Providence Academy, and St. Agnes make up United. All right, now Benilde wins that face-off, and the big slap shot from the point by number 55. That's Lulu Rucinski, and that's the first time I've seen her name all year long in all the games we've done, so a new addition. Number 55, a freshman, now on the varsity team for the playoffs, and there's Rucinski. Gets the puck out there to number 16. That is Avery Junker. Now Duffy scoots it into the zone, played by number 15, Duffy some more. Oh no, that's Rucinski. And in the corner now, United tries to get it out, kept in by Duffy, plays it along the boards, taken back by United in their own zone. Nice nifty move there by number 5, that is Bond. Bond comes across the line, she's got to get by 3 Red Knights, however, and there is Lulu Rucinski to take the puck away, but it's intercepted again by United at the point by number 7. That is Heidi Duell. Now behind the net, that's number 2 for Minnehaha United, Mary Lynn, the captain, and now comes out to neutral ice. Taken away by Lily Mortensen as she gets it to her teammate, Annie Junkness. Now at center ice, Junkness loses it, and it goes back into the Red Knight zone. No icing on the play. Now picked up by 27, Sienna Carver. Lots of players getting early ice time here for the Red Knights. And now playing it into the zone is Junkness, and the backhanded pass is deflected by number 24, Sutton Eland. And they do clear it out to neutral ice, and Carver slaps it back in the United zone, and that's now number 7, Heidi Duell. And she plays in the zone behind the net, and Van Stelten, who hasn't faced any shots on goal as of yet, and we're at 13 and a half minutes, and Gray goes down, and could be an opportunity for United. Will they take advantage? Right in front, and Stelten makes the save. Boy, the Red Knight player lost her edge. I think it was Gray. Right there, she goes down, and now that's a turnover and a 2-on-1. And wow, look at the back check by number 4 for Red Knights, Mary Saverell, the senior, in to save the day on that beautiful heads-up play for her to make up that ground and interrupt the 2-on-1 break. Now Melsness, and here come the Red Knights, and the return pass intended there for number 17, Emma Peschel. Good defense by United as they interrupted that pass, but that was a nice-looking play as they came across the line with a full head of steam, weren't they? Now number 22, Garvin in the corner. 4, Saverell, or no, it's 14, Melsness. Boy, with their long haircut, sometimes I can't see their number. They ought to move those numbers lower on their backs now with the long hair. Now Melsness, intercepted, but still kept in the zone by Garvin. Garvin now puts it right on net, kind of lofted it up there. Puck comes back now to Hain. She gets it over to Peschel. The Emmas at the blue line. That shot just misses wide left, hard off the boards. Now Hain takes a quick shot, and that's a nice save by the goaltender, Ellie Wasserman, number 31, as that puck came right in here. And let's look at this replay. Hain just one-times it. That is pure skill there, folks. Just to be able to time that and get the puck on there flush. Often a misfire when you try to one-time it, especially off the boards like that. Nice play by Hain. All right, now the puck in the corner. That is Duell for United. Now that is 16, taking it back, Avery Junker. Now back around to Hain. She's got a chance. She puts it on goal. Tried to get a deflection. Junker was in front, unable to control it. Now Emma Peschel puts it on net. Just looking for something to happen, and almost the rebound was converted by number 20, Mickelson. So that was the strategy there for both points at the blue line. Emma just put the puck on goal and look for a rebound or something to happen. Let's see if she does it again, and she does, puts it right on net. Nice deflection in front for United as Red Knights keep the pressure on as we're now below 12 minutes, period number 1. Now the puck back out to the point, gets by Hain, and United does manage to get it out of the zone, and they'll change on that exchange. Now number 23, Lizzie Hamill, shoots it into the zone. Now Gray back up and behind the net. Quick centering pass. Tended to get it to number 5, Junkness. Couldn't connect. Now United back on offense, but they quickly lose it back to Mortensen and the Red Knights, and Junkness skates it into the zone. Now Mortensen, she's dangerous. Watch out. Backhanded, gets deflected off with the poke check with the stick by United. Now United at neutral ice. Domination so far by the Red Knights when it comes to puck possession. There's Saverell now back on the ice. She's a senior, her last go-around here for the Red Knights before she embarks on a career at St. Thomas University in St. Paul next fall and winter. She'll be playing hockey there on a scholarship. They're now a Division I school, remember. And now Saverell with it. Now she skates it around or pushed it around the backboards. Now picked up by 17, Emma Peschel. Peschel now stick hands around. She's going to Ohio State. A lot of talent out there for the Red Knights. Here comes Peschel, breaks in front, tries to get the down. Wow! And that's why she's going to Ohio State University. Look at that individual effort by that woman right there. Number 17, Emma Peschel. You won't ever see a better hockey individual performance. Watch her come over the line right here and then go to her left. And then just loses it, keeps her composure and her concentration, and finds the upper right-hand corner. Gorgeous looking goal by Emma Peschel. Red Knights up 1-0. That goal comes with 10:29 remaining in period number 1. This is the first round of the 6AA playoffs, and of course the Red Knights off to a great start. They're ranked number 6 in the state. If they win this match, They will play on February 16th against the winner of Wayzata Hopkins Park. I expect that'll probably be Wayzata, so that's coming up on the 16th. That's Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, Parade Arena. I might be getting a little ahead of ourselves, but it is the playoffs, and you should know what the schedule looks like coming up. Oh, look at that shot by Hain. But what a great save by Wasserman. Watch this. I just talked about a great goal you just saw. Watch this save. Wasserman. Hain had a brilliant shot. It was all but in until, look at the reach there. She just got it with the end of her glove. Wasserman needs to get a photograph of that and put it on her wall. That looks really cool for a goaltender, doesn't it? Okay, now puck back into the Red Knight zone. United trying to even it up here as we're now under 10 minutes, period number 1, and that's going to be an icing call, or do they wave it off? It is. Icing on the Red Knights. And a stoppage now with 9:47 remaining. Shots on goal favor the Red Knights 4-2. Feels like it should be a bigger differential, only because the Red Knights have dominated possession of the puck. Yeah, but now they're gonna face a face-off in their own zone for the first time this afternoon. To Van Stelten's right, and puck controlled by the Red Knights. That's 27 Carver. And now they break it out. Nice pass to the near side. Garvin takes it over the blue line. Centering pass for Melsness, just misses. Good defense by United. Picked up though by number 97, Kendall Hassler, another freshman. Her shot on the mark, saved by Wasserman. She gets her own rebound. And centering pass for Garvin now to Rasinski. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Lulu Rakinski. I think that's how she pronounced it. It's either Lukinski or Rusinski. I'm gonna go with Lukinski. Number 55. Okay, now Red Knights in the corner. United trying to get it out. That's number 5, Bond. UC Bond, great name. Now to the near side, to number 20 for the Red Knights. That's Evelyn Mickelson. Now Mickelson in front. She goes down. Now Hain poke checks at it. Now it's picked up by Junker. Junker with a quick wrist shot deflected by United in front. Now puck in the back of the net. Played by 20. Mickelson. Hain now tries to keep it in along the near boards in the corner. Now behind the net. Down goes number 15, Duffy. No call though. Right in front of the referee. Now to the near side. Hain with the wrist shot on net. And Wasserman makes the save but lets it go. And now Duffy with the rebound. The quick shot by Peschel. And that's deflected by Wasserman into the corner. Now Hain at the point. Sustained pressure here as we approach 8 minutes to go in period number 1. That shot. It is turning into a shooting gallery here for United and Wasserman. It feels like suddenly as they just pounding them from the blue line with shots. And now a nice individual effort by number 2 for United to get the puck out of the zone ever so briefly. Mary Lynn, the senior captain. That's leadership if you're a United fan. Just being able to recognize the chance to get it out of the zone and give her team a little bit of a break. But it didn't last long, as you can see. The Red Knights still putting it right in front, and there was number 5, Junkus, with a chance at the bouncing puck if she'd just been able to time it right. But that would have been an amazing, amazing shot if she'd been able to connect on that. Now here comes United, and that shot. Can't see the number of the player out there, so I don't know who it is. Now coming out past Bond, and it's going to be a race, and they waved off icing, and Wasserman comes out bravely but smartly to smother that puck and extinguish that opportunity. As we look at that right there, Wasserman goes back, not knowing where the puck is, and then that shot by Peschel just got deflected in the nick of time by goaltender Wasserman. 7:13 remaining here, period number 1. Face off to Wasserman's right. Ellie Wasserman, the senior goaltender for United, which is 5 schools United. And face off won by Mary Saverill, and the quick shot goes over the crossbar, taken by Mortensen, and a whistle in the corner. And are we gonna have a penalty, or did the puck go out of bounds? I think it went out of, yep, it went out of the arena, or in the arena, out of the rink, and now it comes back in. Nice fan, nice enough to throw it back. No souvenirs here at the high school level. Pucks get thrown back. All right. Face off again to Wasserman's right. Lily Mortensen in there. looking revved up, I gotta tell you. Now Peschel with another shot. Or no, excuse me, that was Carver. Or was that Peschel? Is it 17 or 27? No, it was Peschel. No, it was Carver. Good shot, kept it low. Wasserman deflected that out of play as well. Now another face-off, deja vu all over again, right? Lily Mortensen. And now, is Mortensen gonna get the boot from the face-off? Referee comes over with a few words, and yes, they're gonna switch him out. I don't know why that would be. Now Zavril with it, controls the puck to herself, and Mortensen takes a quick shot, deflected by Wasserman. Now picked up again by Zavril, to the near side to Gray. Gray with a quick wrist shot, puts it on Mark, tried to be deflected by Mortensen, puck still loose, now it gets deflected to the side. Picked up again by Zavril. Zavril, watch her work her magic, coming in, and with the quick shot, it's deflected in front by Wasserman. What a nice move by Zavril. Puck still alive in front. Now United comes away with it. As they break out 1-on-2, that's number 16 for United. Her name is Ava Wasserman, obviously a relation. She's the senior, and Ellie Wasserman is a senior, so they're either cousins or twins, most likely. Irish twins, perhaps. Who knows? All right, now here come the Red Knights. There's got to be a relation, I am quite sure. Okay, now here's Carver into the United zone. Carver gets to the point. Emma Peschel. Now to Melsness as they play catch. Peschel, wrist shot, blocked in front by number 2, Stella Berlin, the senior. Now the shot by Carver, deflected by the left pad. And it deflected so hard all the way back out, and they're gonna call icing on that. And that's an interesting icing call, isn't it? I think that went from the shot all the way off the pad. Did it? That was, did anybody oh yeah, it did get touched. For a second there, I thought the power of that shot by number 97, Kendall Hassler, was enough energy for it to deflect all the way down. But that's why the icing call was called, because the defense person for United did touch it. Now, following the face-off to Wasserman's right, controlled by the Red Knights. Oh, and they just lose control, Melsness does, but the Red Knights will quickly regroup, and that's Hain now. She throws it right back in on goal, and Wasserman fumbles it and decides to hold on to it rather than risk misplaying it. And so that stops the clock at 5:24. Here that is. Kind of handcuffed her maybe a little. And smartly just stood still and waited for the whistle. Face off again to her right. Now it's Melsness in the corner for the Red Knights, the senior. And she comes away with it, almost. And now we got a whistle as the United player who went down, who was tangling with Melsness, is not even moving there in the corner at all. And I didn't quite see our angle. Let's see, here's the replay. So, and I can't identify the player right now either. Oh, it's Bond, 7, so she's along the boards, and she doesn't look like she hits her head on the boards or anything like that. And she is really slow to get up. I don't know if it's a leg issue. For a second, I thought maybe, you know, she inadvertently got shoved into the boards, and it could be a neck or head issue. But it appears it might be more of a lower body issue, maybe. It's hard to see here. Let's look. I don't know, she just goes down. I don't know if it's a wrist thing or maybe a knee. As they tend to her, will give me a chance to talk a little bit more about the 6AA bracket. There it is, Paul, great timing. That's what it looks like. So the 16th, that's Wednesday, would be the semifinal. Not sure we'll be there or not for that, but then there's the semifinals. So this is the preliminary round, then it's this quarterfinals. Both at Parade Ice Gardens. That's down in Minneapolis by the Sculpture Garden. And I do hear applause as the injured player for United, number 7, Heidi Duels, who it is, not Bond. Bond is 5. And she was able to skate off on her own power. We'll keep an eye on her. She was getting a lot of ice time out there for United, so I expect that's a big loss if she can't rejoin the game here. But right now, our time left remaining in period number 1 is 5:14. shots favor Benilde 11-3, but only 1-0 on the scoreboard. And that could be a concern if they don't capitalize more on all those shots. As longer a team that shouldn't win hangs in there, anything can happen, especially in high school hockey. All right, here's Melsness with a nice individual effort. Stick handling there on display. Her shot misses the mark. Now on the far side, Peschel gets it to the corner. That's 22. I think that's Duffy. Garvin, I should say. Now Hain, her shot goes out of play. Deflected, and will that be a face-off this time to the left of Ellie Wasserman? Or is it going to be outside the blue line? I think it'll be inside here, yeah. Over to the left circle. If you're Wasserman, to the right circle, as you're watching on your TV screen. Or wherever you're watching us, streaming live on YouTube. This is ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Glad you're with us this afternoon for playoff girls high school hockey. And now Ellie Wasserman smothers it. She's playing awfully conservative there, and I don't blame her against the powerful 6th-ranked Red Knights. Only one team got the bye here, Edina. So it's a 9-team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-team, 7-team section. So Edina, the #1 seed, got the bye. And they'll play for the first time at 6 o'clock at Parade Ice Gardens in Minneapolis, downtown. Now the puck comes all the way out. Chasing it is Bond. She puts the pressure on the Red Knights. Actually, I don't know who that is. I can't read her number at all. It's 20-something. Wasn't Bond. Okay, here come the Red Knights. They've got 3 abroad. Nice centering pass to Junker, and her shot goes over the crossbar, just missing. Loud bang out the glass behind the net from that shot by Junker. She can bring the heat. Now the wrist shot right on net by number 24, Keegan Gustafson. Now behind the net, and Wasserman sees it and smothers it, and she looks to be a little bit tired already. She's faced 11 shots so far, given up 1, played very admirably for United here. Now face off to Wasserman's right, 3:42 remaining. And Mortensen there on the draw. This time she didn't get kicked out. Zavril controls it and loses it, and United clears the puck. And that's going to be icing. No, they wave it off. I wonder why. Did Peschel, I wonder if you thought Peschel was malingering there. But only right at the last second, which gave United an advantage there. I wonder about that call. If this was a closer expected matchup, you wonder if there wouldn't be a little bit moaning and groaning by the hometown fans here. But now there's Zavril with it. Back to Hain at the point. Cross pass. Tough angle, wrist shot by Mortensen. Deflected in the corner, picked up by Zavril. She tries to center it, deflected. Now Peschel gets over to Mortensen, and a very tougher angle, and her slap shot goes hard into the corner. Back out to Peschel at the point. Peschel now with the wrist shot, puts it right on there, gets deflected wide right. Puck loose behind the net. United trying to control it. That was number 10. I believe that's Hain. She's number 10 for the Red Knights. Her shot gets deflected in front. Zavril gets the rebound. She'll skate around, getting harassed by 2 United players. Peschel keeps it in the zone beautifully. Now Hain. Her wrist shot, and Wasserman scoots over and smothers that puck nicely. I'm enjoying watching Ellie Wasserman. She's really playing well in goal today. And I have never seen her play before, but that's just a nice save. She's just watching it all the way into her body like that. The concentration she's displaying is evident. All right, 2:25 to go. Face off to Wasserman's left. Melsness to take the draw for the Red Knights. In there's Hassler. She chases it. Now intercepted by 22, Abby Garvin. Now she gets harassed in the corner. Hassler over there to help her out. And United clears the puck. And they wave off icing. It's picked up by 27, Sienna Carver. She banks it off the board to Melsness. Melsness loses it momentarily, has to regroup. Now to the near side, back to Carver. Carver now, pass, misses the mark. I thought it was on the mark, and they just couldn't quite handle it. It was intended for Peschel. Or no, Hassler, I should say, 97. And that's going to bring a face-off and an icing all the way back into the Red Knight zone. 57 remaining. Shots on goal favor the Red Knights by 10, 13-3. But again, only 1-0 on the scoreboard. And if I'm United, I got to feel good about that. If they can go into the locker room just down 1. Oh, and the referee just took a stick in the face there. Never seen that happen. I'm gonna have to do a replay on that one, Paul. Hope he's okay. All right, I think he faked the, and both players went for it, and their sticks kind of came up and caught the ref in the face guard there. Looks like he's gonna be all right. Okay, now Melsness skates it into the Red Knight zone and goes down hard, and that's gonna be the first penalty of the match. I was about to mention there hadn't been any penalties in period number 1 until right there. Number 11, who is that? Number 11 for United. Her name is Veronica Anderson, the freshman. And is it gonna be a trip or is it gonna be a check? We'll see what the call is here. So the clock on the wall says 1:44 remaining. 2 minutes, the penalty on the board. We'll listen to the PA announcement when it comes. Peschel now moving right in.
Assessed to number 11,
here it is.
Anderson, a 2-minute minor for body checking. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes and 16 seconds. That's United's Anderson for body checking at 15:16.
So it's 2 minutes for body checking. So that was the call. It was going to be one or the other. And that's what it looked like at first glance. Just checked her to the boards. Hayne with a quick low wrist shot, deflects right up to Wasserman. And another beautiful save by Ellie Wasserman. She is putting on a clinic in goal today. Look at this. Kind of the short hop, much like a shortstop might face in a baseball game. Just kind of came up on her, but she was in good position and just watched it all the way into her midsection. 1:11 remaining, period number 1. Puck loose. Red Knights would like to get that second goal just before the break, wouldn't they? Now Hayne over to Melsness. She misses the mark, but Mortensen gets it. Now back to Melsness. 1 minute remaining. Zavril. And they are on the power play for another minute and 12. And there's a quick pass back to Zavril. Shot deflected in front. Rebound by Melsness. Now to Hayne. Hayne now getting pressured at the point. Melsness. And beautiful job by number 5. Lucy Bond. Great power play defense there. 33 seconds, and here come the Red Knights. Emma Peschel, the new Buckeye next year, coming in over the line with the left side, comes all the way around, centering past the Zavril. She couldn't make the one-timer, and it comes all the way back into their own zone with 19 seconds. Emma Hayne picks it up, getting chased by number 2, Mary Lynn. Lynn, the senior captain for United, and the Red Knights. And United out there trying to slow him down with 7 seconds remaining. There's time here for Zavril coming right in. Her wrist shot was deflected in front, out of play. Draws the whistle with 2.6 seconds remaining. So one last chance here for the Red Knights if they can control the draw. That will be to Ellie Wasserman's left. She's now faced 16 shots. That's a pace of 45 for the game, and that is more than Yeomans-Bergen. Now Lily Mortensen gets kicked out of the circle. Again, I might have to do a little fact-finding during the period as they win the face-off, but unable to get a shot off as the buzzer sounds, signaling the end of period number 1. But our score after 1-0 Benilde. Come on back for period number 2 on ParkTV 16 Sports.
If you go to a waiting room for the cancer clinic at Children's, every parent is wondering, will that next breakthrough happen in time to save my child? We have the knowledge, we have the insights from decades of research. We may be able to cure cancer with no worse side effects than feeling like you have a cold for a couple days. It's not a question of if we're going to be able to do this, it's just a matter of when. The quality of the medical care at Seattle Children's Hospital and the depth and breadth of the research community here will impact the well-being of children throughout the world.
Seattle Children's is working relentlessly to improve treatments for more than 200 diseases and conditions. And as one of the nation's top children's hospitals, we're not just beating the odds, we're changing them. for all kid kind. Find a clinical trial that could change everything at seattlechildrens.org/clinical trials.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location and our girls high school playoff round. The first round of the 6AA playoffs for 2021-22, and it's Benilde leading 1-0 over the 6th seed Minnehaha United, and it really has been all Benilde in period number 1. Shots on goal favor the Red Knights 16-3. But as I was mentioning near the end of the first period, they only have 1 goal, so there's 2 schools of thought here. It's like sooner or later, a lot more of those pucks are going to start going in the net. Or if United can hang in there just down 1 goal, or somehow manage to tie it and be within a goal into the 3rd period, then all bets can be off, even though there's a huge talent advantage for the Red Knights. So glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. I'm Robert Christensen. I did mention earlier that we're streaming live on YouTube, and I was advised that we're not streaming live on YouTube. It will be on YouTube just a couple hours after the game. There are licensing issues when it comes to playoff hockey, so we don't get to do that. So our apologies, but we're about to begin here. Minnehaha United is really what their name is, and that is 5 schools: Minnehaha Academy, St. Paul Academy, De La Salle, Providence Academy, and St. Agnes. And the music's jumping. It's super cold outside here in the Twin Cities. -0 when I was walking in here. The parking lot was as slick as the ice that you're looking at on your screen, and we're underway here in period number 2, 17 minutes on the clock. And the Red Knights going right to left this time, and that's Emma Peschel. She'll skate it across the line. She's got Junkness looking for a return pass, but she was covered. So Peschel kept it. Now to Lily Mortensen in the corner. Coming up in her quick shot, looking for that lower right post, couldn't quite catch it. Now Emma Hain over to Peschel. Now into the corner, Mortensen fanned on it slightly. Zavril gets the rebound, however. She'll skate around, gets it out to Peschel. Zavril positioning herself in front of the net. And the shot from Hain is scooped up by Ellie Wasserman, who had a great first period, only giving up 1 goal after 16 shots, and that was 17th shot for the Red Knights. There's Hain. And their strategy is just put it on net, hope for a rebound. But one thing that Wasserman, now that I mentioned that, is that she is not giving up rebounds, and that is huge. It's the reason why they're only down 1-0, quite frankly, is Wasserman. That puck gets to her, she vacuums it in, and it doesn't go anywhere. I can't think of hardly any rebounds she's given up. All right, face off outside the blue line, 16:05 remaining. Just underway here, period number 2. This is the first round of the 7-team 6AA section. All right, now face-off controlled by the Red Knights. Carver deflects it into the United zone, picked up by number 7, Heidi Duell. Nice to see her on the ice. She suffered an injury that had her laid out on the ice for several minutes, and she was slow in leaving, but now she's back up. So good to see her alive and well and playing hockey. Now Melsnitz with a nice move as she got by number 2, Stella Berlin. Put the puck on net, and another deflection saved by the Red Knights. Now Garvin, her shot goes into the corner. And Gray overskates it. Now Melsnitz, 14, plays it along the near boards, comes all the way out and into neutral zone, played by Bailey Gray, the freshman, number 9. Nice. That was a brilliant pass there by Bailey Gray. I really appreciate what she just did there. Spinning around, almost a no-look pass back in to get the puck back into the zone. Now Gray gets it, let it get by her, and now Kendall Hassler picks it up, gets it to the near side to Emma Peschel. Peschel now will skate it across the line. She's got number 23, Lizzie Hamill, with her on the far side. Puck comes over there. Played by Hain momentarily, and Hain keeps it in the zone. And now that is number 23, Hamill, with it. Hamill's got space and a pass and a shot by Peschel. She couldn't quite get enough stick on it, and then it gets in front. And it's knocked in by number 16, Avery Junker. A little knee celebration, fist pump. There she is, number 16, Junker. Tallies goal number 2, and there's the rebound that I was talking about, that Wasserman was not giving up, but this time it appeared that she did give up the rebound. But nice pass. Peschel had a wide open net. Then there's the rebound, and Wasserman could not vacuum that puck in, and there is your goal by Junker. Let's see what number that is for her on the year according to my statistics. That's her 10th goal of the year, I believe, to go along with 3 assists. We were here for a game a couple weeks ago where Junker got a pure hat trick in the first period, 3 goals in 1 period, and it shot her up to the top of the leading goal scorers at the time for the Red Knights. But right now, that title belongs to Emma Peschel with 14.
Of the season, assisted by number 17, Emma Peschel, and number 23, Lizzie Hamill. Time of the even straight goal, 2 minutes and 16.
Oh, another shot goes in, and now here come the floodgates. It was just a matter of time. I was just listening to the PA announcer on the last goal, so pardon my not describing that in real time, but let's look at the replay here. Peschel, who just got the assist, and I think that's Hain, gets it deflected in front, and did Junker get that goal too? Did she just get her second within a minute? Let's see here. Was that deflected? I think it might very well have been deflected by Junker, especially the way she cheered as Hamill looked back.
Tonight's second goal, it was scored by number 16, Avery Junker, assisted
yeah,
by
Avery
number
Junker
17,
gets 2 in a
Emma
row,
Peschel,
just as I was talking about her hat trick, as Wasserman then does swallow up that puck. So Junker with 2 quick goals within a minute. Her 10th and 11th of the year. So that goal comes with 13:55 remaining, and suddenly, just like that, it's 3-0 Red Knights on 21 shots. Oh, and there's a shot, and Wasserman does save that one. So that was my theory. Either United was gonna hang in there tough, or sooner or later, the goals were gonna start coming with that many shots, and that's exactly what happened here. As we look at that save by Wasserman, she usually is good at smothering those pucks, not allowing those rebounds. All right, face off to Wasserman's left. Let's see if she can shut it down here, but boy, it does not bode well for United here, the number 6 seed. They only have 3 shots on goal, and we're approaching the halfway mark of period number 2. And now Zavrel comes away with it. It looks like the Red Knights are on the power play. Look at Bailey Gray with that nifty move. Still, even though she lost it, was able to get the puck back. Now behind the net, comes around to Mortensen. And United comes away with it. That is number 5, Bond, and she gets tripped up there and loses the puck as it makes its way back into the Red Knight zone, and they're gonna call a hook on the Red Knights, as I did think that she went down there, and that is a penalty that happened way back in the United zone as they had pulled their goalie. There you see her coming back out. So here's the replay. Bond comes away with it, and let's see, you're gonna see the hook. Ooh, Zavrel. Boy, that's a touchy call. She didn't even go all the way down. I'm not sure about that one. I don't think Zavrel's sure about it either, but 2 minutes on the clock.
For Mary Zavrel, a 2-minute minor for hooking.
Hooking is the call on Zavrel, so maybe. But nevertheless, United is on the power play for the first time this afternoon, 12:48 remaining. And behind the net, that is Duel, number 7. We'll see what they can do. It's also an opportunity for the Red Knights to get a shorthanded goal, which they are apt to do on occasion, and this may be one of them. So United has to be very careful that they don't get caught too deep in the zone with too many players, and the Red Knights come away with it. They're very, very dangerous when they're on the penalty kill as well. So now United, they set up shop nicely here. Puck caught all the way back into Van Stelten. She was able to deflect it back out. United keeps it in the zone, just barely. Nice play there by Heidi Duell. Now puck in the far side. Emma Hain with Emma Peschel. Peschel works it out. Now she tries to break away, and there's going to be a penalty on United as the grab. Now the Melsness comes away with it. Puck still loose, and now United will touch it, and that'll stop the clock for the penalty, and it's going to be a hold. That will even up the skaters on ice, and number 7, Elizabeth Duell, right there. Boy, that's a touchy call as well. I don't know if I agree with that either. but I don't have to agree. They're right, because they called it, and now that's going to be 2 minutes on the board. So for the next 50 seconds, they'll be playing 4 skaters aside, and then for a better part of the minute, the Red Knights will have the power play, and Hassler scores on the rebound after Bailey Gray got the initial shot. So this will be an even strength goal as Gray gets the puck right there, took the pass from 27, Carver and the rebound, and that's what I was talking about, the rebound. That's how Benilde makes their hay, don't they? On those rebounds, Wasserman could not control that one, and that's pay dirt for the Red Knights. 4-0, our score now. 11:37 remaining, and now an icing call against the Red Knights.
Kendall Hassler.
Kendall Hassler's 13th goal of the season, and she is just a freshman. This assists go to Bailey Gray, a fellow freshman, and Sienna Carver, a sophomore. Future looks bright for the Red Knights, not only this season, but for seasons to come with talent like that in 9th and 10th grade. All right, now here's Hassler. Wonder if she's any relation to the famous Minnesota author, John Hassler. I'd be curious. Now, puck shot in by number 11 for United. Veronica Anderson, also a freshman. And Carver gets it back out to Gray and Hassler. That's a nice little line there, those three, isn't it? Along with Junkness. Now right there, Junkness plays it, just lost it momentarily. Now Gray plays it in the corner, and she'll pick it up for herself. Still with it. She uses her body to keep the defender away from it. Now it gets taken away by number 11 for United. That's Veronica Anderson. Now play at the point. Emma Peschel moves in, looks for a better position, and a nice glove save by Wasserman as she does the splits. That's her 25th shot on goal she's faced. She's played very well despite the goals on her. Look at that. She's really good, Ellie Wasserman. And clearly the reason why United has such a good record. There's just too much firepower on the Red Knights. Okay, Zavril for Lily Mortensen, who is being kicked out. I talked to Lily Mortensen's mother during the break between periods 1 and 2, and I took the opportunity to ask her, why is your daughter getting kicked out? And I don't know. I wonder if the refs don't have it in for her a little bit. You know, they're at those face-offs. You're always trying to get an edge, and if they think she's trying to get too much of an edge, that's why they kick them out if she's moving in or something like that. Now the shot from the point by Emma Hain. In front, Zavril's in there trying to poke at it. Now some pushing and shoving with United. Peschel's over there. And fighting back for United. Number 816, that is. Not afraid at all. Ava Wasserman, who's related to her sister Ellie, I'm sure, or somehow related, and they're protecting him. Mortensen's gonna go in the box. Number 6, Lily Mortensen. Here it is. Oh, there's the push from behind by the goaltender Wasserman, and then her sister or relation is in there to help her. And Wasserman yelling back. She goes into the penalty box, so emotions running a little high on the United team, and there's 2 in the box for them. 4-0 our score, 10-13. Says the clock on the wall, and I'm trying to see how they're going to do this on the board. There's a Red Knight still in the penalty box, but I don't see that penalty time on the clock, so I'm a little confused there. Not the first time, of course. 2 minutes for hooking. And Mortensen gets 2 minutes for cross-checking. So 2 minutes for hooking for United, 2 minutes for, that's why they're not on there, because they offset. Now, Jewel comes out of the box, and there's Emma Peschel back to intercept that break for United, which may have been one of their best possible scoring opportunities of the afternoon, and puck comes back out. Zavril collides with the United player number 2, Mary Lynn, and now 2 players are in the penalty box, Mortensen and Wasserman. But both teams are skating with 5 skaters aside, as those penalties offset each other. So basically both teams at full strength with 9:17 to go. Our score 4-0. United with the puck in their own zone. Now they do break it out there nicely, and then it's intercepted by number 24 for the Red Knights. That's Keegan Gustafson. Now picked up by Junkness, tried to play it across the boards as she tried to ricochet it ahead to Lizzie Hamill. And number 2, Mary Lynn gets the puck and she skates back to the bench and dumps it in the zone. And now here come the Red Knights, Bailey Gray, number 9. She's got plenty of ice, and along with there's Melsness to her right. Gray holds the puck, comes all the way around, centered the pass, and no one was there. Junker was almost there. She's got 2 here in the period alone, looking for her second pure hat trick of the year. Maybe more, at least what I've seen. Now Junker goes into the corner, can't deflect it. 8.5 minutes remaining. Gustafson skates off for the Red Knights. In to replace her was Carver. Puck still loose over on the far side in the United zone. Coming away with it is 16, Avery Junker. Now to 27, that's Carver. To the near side, Rakinski. And she loses control, and the puck gets pushed all the way back in the Red Knight zone, and that's going to be icing with 8:07 remaining, period number 2. And that'll bring us all the way back in the Red Knight zone. Looking at the Red Knight schedule here, they are on a huge winning streak, except for a tie, which I saw in the paper earlier this week. They played at Hill Murray, the famous Aldrich Arena, on the Rocket East side of St. Paul, and they tied 3-3. Those 2 teams could meet in the state tournament, but they have not lost in about 12 games. Their last loss came back on January 4th, a 4-5 narrow loss to Holy Family. So it's been about 6 weeks. Of course, they can't afford any more losses from here on out. A loss means the season is over, but right now they're in a good position to keep it going till at least on Wednesday with a 4-0 lead against Minnehaha United. Now breaking out is number 23 for the Red Knights. That's Lizzie Hamill right in there. And Rakinski's shot goes hard over the crossbar against the glass behind the net. Rakinski comes up and, boy, uses her body to get that puck right in there. Now it came out to Garvin and she was unable to control it. And it's not going to be icing as Garvin goes back. The official takes a tumble as United was changing over where he was standing, but he looks like he's going to be all right. Now here come the Red Knights. Garvin comes away with it, loses it momentarily, now regains possession. Garvin skates it in the neutral zone, banks it off the boards, and skates it into the United zone. Puck comes around, intercepted by Kendall Hassler, I should say. Now Peschel plays it back out at neutral ice. Emma Peschel over to Emma Hain. Hain now skates it into the zone. Gets it by the defender, now gets it again and behind the net and in the corner. Hain still comes away with it. Looking for someone to pass to. Gets it out to Peschel. Her quick wrist shot on net. Rebound comes all the way out and nicely played. Clearing the zone for United was number 14, Emily Chatters, the senior. Nicely done on the rebound. Nobody in the penalty box for either team. Centering pace and wide open in front, and Wasserman came out to cut out the angle. That was Garvin with a golden opportunity. Couldn't quite connect in the goal there. 6:14 remaining. Now puck in the corner. And Kendall Hassler played it for a moment. Now Peschel comes over to try to stop it. And it gets cleared, and that's going to be icing for sure as number 16 for United, Ava Wasserman, clears the puck, stops the clock, allows United to take a deep breath and regroup as their team down 4-0. Just under 6 minutes to play in period number 2. Shots on goal still favor the Red Knights, 27-4. It reminded me of some of the women's Olympic hockey games. You know, the United States played some team, I think Czechoslovakia, and outshot them 55-6. That goes to tell you how important defense is in any sport, especially when it comes to championship playoffs. If you can play good defense, you're going to stay in the match. And the Red Knights are playing unbelievable defense, only giving up 4 shots on goal, and none of them really golden opportunities, really. So just pure domination by the Red Knights as Zavril comes in, skates, weaves around. I love how she does that now. Gets her own rebound. Shoots it around behind the net. Carver comes into the corner. Now Junkness with some space. Mortensen, slap shot deflected. Good pressure on defense by United there. Now Gray gets it cross-ranked, or tried to Carver, and deflected by United, and they're gonna wave off icing. Carver will come back to get it just before it gets back to Van Stelten. And I have not mentioned the stellar goaltender Van Stelten's name much because there hasn't been much action for her. Now puck makes its way into the United zone. 4:48 remaining, period number 2. Now jump this in the corner. Centering pass by Mortensen, and Rakinski can't quite get the stick on it for the shot, but she does maintain possession. Rakinski now still with it, passes it in the corner, and it comes to the near corner. Mortensen comes away with it. Her quick shot, wrist shot, goes wide right over the crossbar and into the corner off the glass. Now Rakinski, her shot deflected and out of play, and are they going to call the face-off in the right circle? I believe they are. So that stops the clock again with 4:16. Or are they gonna bring it out beyond the blue line? Sometimes it's hard to tell, but no, it's gonna be in the right circle there. Both teams changing on the break here. And no, they are gonna call it outside the blue line. So that means the last team to touch it was a Red Knight. So playoff now just outside the zone. And on the near side. That's confusing to me because the puck was shot on the far side. I don't know why they decided to do that. Now Gustafsson plays it for the Red Knights, tried to get it over to Junker. Junker having a great second period with 2 goals. Now Rakinski skates it over. Now back to Gustafsson. She wheels back, her shot goes over the crossbar. Wasserman maybe tried to glove it, but let it go. A little out of her reach, I guess. Now number 16 with it. Junker looking for her 3rd goal of the afternoon, and her shot right on, and Wasserman gave up that coveted rebound and unable to capitalize were the Red Knights. Closest to it was number 20, Evelyn Mickelson. But a nice, powerful shot there, and a rare rebound by Wasserman. Now right in front is Duffy. And the goal, no, it's Lizzie Hamill with a great individual effort. Number 23, Lizzie Hamill, the sophomore, skated around the net, put the puck on goal. Wasserman made the initial save, but gave up that rebound, and Hamill, there was the first shot. Then the deflection, there's the rebound. She kicked it to herself and got the stick on it. What a brilliant play by the sophomore, Lizzie Hamill. Super excited there, you could tell by her body language. Lizzie Hamill, according to my statistics, and they may not be totally up to date, that would be her 3rd goal of the year. Nicely done, and it's 5-0 Red Knights now with 3:20 remaining in period number 2.
Red Knights goal scored by number 16, her 2nd of the game and 11th of the season, Avery Junker.
Oh, Avery Junker got the goal.
Number 23, Lizzie Hamill.
Really?
Time of the game.
I don't think that was. They said it was Junker's 2nd goal. I don't think so. That was clearly Lizzie Hamill on that replay. There's no 43 on the Red Knights. 23, yeah, that's Lizzie Hamill. It was Lizzie Hamill's goal. The PA announcer called it Junker's goal, but I think he was reading the prior goal. Nevertheless, it's 5-0 with 2:52 remaining. 30 shots on goal for the Red Knights, 4 for United. Play back underway. Face-off was to Ellie Wasserman's right. Peschel now along the boards, along with number 22, Garvin. Now into the corner for United. They kind of have their uniforms remind me a little bit of the Montreal Canadiens. That design and their colors just a little bit. And of course the Red Knights look like the Detroit Red Wings, their uniforms. Very similar in my mind. All right, now Emma Peschel, now to Emma Hayne. Back to Peschel, her wrist shot gets deflected, and nice left pad save by Ellie Wasserman. Great reflexes on display by that goaltender for United, but that's gonna end up in an icing call. And the puck will come all the way back into the United zone. Face off to Ellie Wasserman's right. 31 shots she's faced, 2:05 to go. Period number 2. And Lily Mortensen's there for the face-off. Let's see if she can stay in there. She does, and she wins the draw. That's why they're kicking her out, because she wins them all the time. Okay, now Bailey Gray. Nice, nifty pass to Junkness right in on Wasserman, and her shot was deflected by Wasserman, who was in perfect position to stop that. But what a nifty pass that was. That's what I thought was cool about that play. Just a nice touch pass ahead to Junkness and freed her up. For the United, fortunately, Wasserman was in the right position, or that would have been goal number 6. As we approach 1.5 minutes remaining, puck taken out now by Bond. Lucy Bond now along the far sides, being marked by Bailey Gray, and now a rare chance for United. A shot, deflection in front, almost made it through past Van Stelten. That was their best scoring opportunity, coming with less than 2 minutes to go. Now a rebound in front, given up by Gray, and in there was number 18 for United. That is Ella Berthume, the freshman. Was given almost a gift there. Well, the gift was the opportunity right here. Just losing it was Gray coming right in, and Van Stelten, who hasn't seen much action. It's easy to kind of let your mind wander, and those kind of plays can, there's the prior play too, where she just barely got her pad on that, on the deflection. And United, I think it's a foregone conclusion that it's unlikely they're going to come back and win this thing 6-5, but they certainly would love to avoid the shutout here. And pride alone is going to keep them motivated, and just that high school spirit and sportsman competitiveness. And it's more fun when you're playing competitively anyway, so, and it's safer. All right, 1 minute remaining in period number 2. Winner will play on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock at Parade Ice Gardens in downtown Minneapolis. The likely opponent will be Wayzata, unless there's a huge upset in the other first round playoff game. Now played by number 11, that is Veronica Anderson for United, as she tries to clear the puck, but it's kept in by Emma Peschel with 30 seconds to go. Now Emma Hain plays it off her skate into the corner to number 2, Julie Evans. That's Julia Evans. She's a sophomore on the ice now. Now Emma Hain comes away with it. Tried to pass it in front to number 25, Mandy Cronin, who's now in the game. And it just got deflected as she was getting in perfect position right in front of the net to get a nice scoring opportunity. Now with 6 seconds remaining, Peschel fans on the wrist shot. 3 seconds remaining, Emma Hain gets it to the side, and the quick pass by Evans, or the shot by Evans, is saved by Wasserman just as the buzzer sounds, signaling the end of the second period. Our score after 2, 5-0 Benilde. Come on back for period number 3.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're about to begin period number 3. We are on location at the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. We're not streaming live on YouTube, but we are taping it live. I'm Robert Christensen. We're about to begin, as I mentioned, period number 3, and there's our score in this first round of the 6AA playoffs, featuring the Red Knights and United, which is 5 separate high schools, private schools, combining to form one team. Minnehaha, St. Paul, and Providence Academies, De La Salle, and St. Agnes. And right now, the Red Knights, who are ranked 6th in the state of Minnesota, are having their way with a 5-0 lead on the scoreboard, and they also lead on shots on goal, 33-6. But we're underway here, period number 3. Glad you're with us. I'm Robert Christensen. So glad to be bringing you the action of high school sports. Nothing better to watch here. Now Mickelson with the puck in the United zone, and it's intercepted by Bond for United, and they would love anything than to get a goal and avoid the shutout. And I think that's going to be a tall order, but if you're watching and you're looking for a competitive reason, that would be the reason, wouldn't it? To see if United can avoid the shutout. I was informed by Paul Broden, our producer, or reminded that if the Red Knights get to a 6-goal lead, I think they go to running time. So that would move the game along a little quicker as we watch Emma Peschel, a recruit to The Ohio State University, Big Ten women's hockey program in Columbus, Ohio. That'll be a great experience for her. Sometimes I'm a little jealous. I kind of wish I could start college again. Now in front, and there's the 6th goal. Garvin gets the puck. Great feed, and just like that, bang, Wasserman gets beat early in the 3rd. Right there, moving in was Melsness, and basically Melsness tried to jam it in, and it got deflected off of Ellie Wasserman, the goaltender, right to Garvin, who was coming in right in the middle and promptly deposited that puck in the back of the net. Melsness made the play, though, with this great individual effort, getting by the defender who lost her stick, and there was Garvin with the rebound. So I believe that will not be unassisted. So it'll be Garvin from
Goal
Melsness.
scored by number 22,
15 and a half
her
minutes
5th
remaining.
of the season, Abby Garvin. Assisted by number 14, Sophie Melsness. At number 27, Sienna Carver.
Sienna Carver also gets an assist. So Garvin from Melsness and Carver with 15 and a half minutes to go, period number 3. They're up 6-0, and I believe that means running time. And now an icing call, and the clock does continue to run with the icing. And we are at 15 minutes remaining right now. Shots on goal, 34-6. Score on the real statistic that matters. 6-0 Red Knights, and now a face-off to Ellie Wasserman's left. Played by number 20 for the Red Knights. Evelyn Mickelson, and now it's controlled by United in the corner as they try to clear it all along the boards. Kept in by Lulu Rakinski. As she does successfully, Lizzie Hamill chases it in the corner. Along with number 20, Evelyn Mickelson. Mickelson does keep it in the zone. Keegan Gustafson with a nifty backhanded play to keep it in the zone. Now playing it is Avery Junker, who's got 2 goals tonight already. Or this afternoon. Now the shot by Melsness deflected with the shield, and in front the rebound given up, and almost Mickelson swiped at it, couldn't get her stick on it. Now Rakinski puts it on net, and Wasserman gives up the rebound with the save. 37 shots on goal she's faced. 31 she's saved. And it's kept in by Junker. Wrist shot just goes wide right. Ricochets behind the net along the boards on the far side. Kept in by Keegan Gustafson, who's now the blue liner right now, along with Rakinski, who gets the puck. Rakinski gives it up, and now almost a 2-on-2 break for United as it comes all the way in on Van Stelten. That's her 7th save. No goals allowed, of course. 13 and a half minutes now remaining in the match. Now Hamill plays it at center ice along with 24 for United. That is Sutton Elin, freshman. Now Elin tries to center it out of the zone, deflected by Duffy, and they're onside. Along with her is number 25, Mandy Cronin. And now coming off the bench, playing the puck is Bailey Gray. Gray now. She has excellent speed out there. Now at the top of the point is Carver. Her wrist shot deflected in front. Now Carver plays it into the corner. And now taken away by Heidi Duell for United, but kept in at the point by Gray. But then her pass is deflected by United's number 14, Emily Chatters, and it would have been an icing call, except it was right on goal, and Van Stelten had to steer it to the side, so icing was waved off. 12 and a half minutes now remaining. And there's an icing call on the Red Knights, a rare whistle. No, the whistle is on, but the clock continues to run. 6-0 here. And the other matchups in this section 6AA, Edina has the bye. Blake is playing Armstrong at noon today at Blake Arena. Wayzata and Hopkins play later today, or tomorrow, or no, today at 5 o'clock. And of course this match started at 1 o'clock. And we're already in the third period as we approach 12 minutes remaining, and that shot from the point by number 9 for United. Or that was number 8, excuse me, Aurelia Meza. Now right in front, trying to beat the shutout was number 16, Ava Wasserman, the senior. Almost got their first goal. Now puck back into the United zone. Mortensen tried to keep it in, and now it's back out at neutral ice, played by Lucy Bond. Now Bond has it. Nice backhanded pass intended for Wasserman. And Wasserman takes away the stick of the Red Knight and throws it in front of the Red Knight zone. And now it's picked up by number 4, Mary Zavro. Boy, I'd never seen that before. Player just basically has another player's stick and then throws it like that. And I didn't see a penalty of any kind, and I'm not sure there should be, but I found it interesting. I suppose if she had thrown it at someone intentionally, it could have been some sort of penalty, interference, I guess. But that was nifty. There's the block by Wasserman, and coming right in was Junker, and that was Mickelson. This was a few moments ago, actually. Then Rakinski with another shot. It bounces off Wasserman, and then they clear it away. Another almost 7th goal for the Red Knights. Now Kendall right in front and puts it on Wasserman, and that's her patented looking save. That puck comes in and she usually smothers it very well. 39th shot on goal. As we are approaching 10.5 minutes to go, and here was Hassler with a quick shot, and that puck just disappears into the vortex, whose name is Ellie Wasserman. Now puck in, centering pass, but nobody there but United players, and it comes all the way back out. They wave off icing. Keegan Gustafson back to retrieve it. She's got Carver with her on her right and Gray on her left. Now here comes Keegan Gustafson solo, brings it out of the zone into neutral ice and across the line, and it's deflected by Bond, but she gets it back and puts a shot on net. Then centers it, and it's a goal. Oh, I thought it was in. My goodness, I thought Garvin put that in. What a great individual effort there by Keegan Hassler, or Kendall Hassler, excuse me. As we're now less than 10 minutes to play, and another whistle and an icing call against the Red Knights. The clock, though, will continue to go as we're in running time at 6-0. And there was the nice shot, and I thought that was in. And I think it's because it deflected up against the defender, and that, to me, it was right where the net is, and so I thought it was in the net. An optical illusion, to be sure. All right, now face off to Van Stelton's right, controlled by the Red Knights as they wheeled around and out, and nice play by Junker. She couldn't quite catch up to it, but a nice touch tap of the puck as she tried to get it around the defender and skate by her, and just couldn't quite get ahead there enough. Now back, Van Stelton stops it, played by number 24, Gustafson, and now Rakinski to the near side to Lizzie Hamill. Hamill, nice centering pass back to Rakinski, who handles it well, brings it across the line, beats the defense, comes in all alone, and gets tripped. As now Ellie Wasserman has lost her stick, and now it's right in the goal mouth. She's playing without a stick, right in front Rakinski as she gets bumped off the puck by number 11, Anderson. Wild action here in the third period of this playoff match, and now another slap at it by Cronin. Or who is that? Number 20. Mickelson, that was. Couldn't quite get her stick on it. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up against the Red Knights. Comes with 8.5 minutes to go, running time. And look at this action. The goaltender's stick is behind the net. Oh, there's the trip. Clear as day, wasn't it? So Mickelson will go in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. And here's this exchange here. Rakinski splits the defense, goes flying, takes the stick out of the goaltender's hands. She doesn't even look at her stick, does she, Ellie Wasserman, the goaltender? Then Hamill hits Rakinski right on the doorstep, and the stick is still way out of play. The goaltender's out of position, and that player, Veronica Anderson, saved the 7th goal, didn't she, by coming over and knocking Rakinski off that puck.
Hooking. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes and
so hooking the call
seconds.
On Mickelson. 7.5 minutes now remaining. Now Lucy Bond And a chance for United on the power play to get on the scoreboard here and avoid the shutout. They only have 9 shots all match long. Red Knights trying to get control to clear the puck, and they do successfully. But nice play there by Heidi Duell, to keep that puck from going all the way back into her zone. Brilliant, actually. Now United, they get it into the zone onside. And back to play it is Sienna Carver, 27. Now puck loose in front, and a quick shot by Ava Wasserman, and Van Stelten was ready for it. Very impressed by Allie Van Stelten. There's the quick shot by Ava Wasserman. She is quite a good player there. She's been everywhere tonight. Her and her sister in goal are a relative, I'm going to assume that. May not be a sister. And now we have a timeout on the ice. And I guess that does stop the clock, Paul. They don't do running time for timeouts. I guess that would be oxymoron or whatever they would call it. But good, it gives us a chance to look at the brackets. So Edina, they're already advancing. We could probably move their name up there if we wanted to. And they're going to play the winner of Blake Armstrong-Cooper. That might be the closest match of the first round, the number 4 seed against the number 5 seed. I don't think I saw Blake or Armstrong-Cooper this year, girls hockey, but they'll be playing in downtown Minneapolis at Parade Ice Gardens at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night, and then followed by 8 o'clock, which the Red Knights will be there. We, ParkTV 16 Sports, will not be there. And then the winner of that next semifinal will play to go to the state championship on this coming Friday at 7 o'clock, also at Parade Ice Gardens in downtown Minneapolis. You can make it a night out, go to the hockey game, check out a restaurant in downtown Minneapolis. Hopefully the temperatures will be a little warmer. Walk around the sculpture garden, perhaps. Make it a nice night out. Hopefully the Red Knights will make it there and into the state tournament. They're ranked number 6 in the state. But Edina and Wayzata are ranked ahead of them and stand in their way. And they're going to run into Wayzata likely this coming Wednesday at 8 o'clock. They're going to need your support, so come on down and watch them. Wayzata is ranked 8th in the state, so the Red Knights should be favored. That's interesting how Wayzata, I'm just looking here, is number 8 in the state. Red Knights are 6th, yet the Red Knights get the number 3 seed. That would be a point of controversy if I'm the Red Knight coach. I don't think it, what's that? Oh, okay, yeah, Paul Broden was just in my ear saying that Wayzata might have beaten them, and that's probably how they rank them, so. And I'm looking back to see, when was that game? Let's see, I think I have that information. Yeah, it was early in the year when they lost several, so I'm not paying as much attention to the action out there, folks. I apologize. Let's see, Wayzata, yeah, it was their 3rd game of the year, way back in November. So this Benilde team is completely different, and they lost 2-1. I mean, they're the same players, but they lost. They didn't win their first game until their 4th of the year, and they only won 1 of their first 5, and then they've only lost 2 since. So a little bit of a slow start. Although they had unbelievable competition. Andover's ranked number 1. That was their first game out of the chute way back on November 11th, 3 months ago. It's already state tournament time a week, not this week, not next week, but the following week. March Madness is upon us in a hurry. Okay, now play back underway. We're in running time. There was a timeout on the ice. Not sure what the purpose of that was, except maybe to get in some more reserves and talk them up. But Emma Hain and Emma Peschel are out there manning the blue line. And they're both college bound. Hain going to a school, I think it's Mercyhurst, I want to say, maybe I got that wrong, outside of St. Louis. And of course, I've mentioned several times Peschel going to Ohio State, Zavril going to St. Thomas, and there's several others going to play hockey after their high school career here. And the nice pass by Hain, and the quick shot, and right in front as the puck just eluded number 25, Mandy Cronin, who could have got a goal there in this section playoff game, and now in front, and the ricochet went out of bounds. Boy, that was lightning fast, the shot. Taken by number 7, Ruby Ryan. First time I've mentioned her name. Here's the previous sequence. Hain with a beautiful pass in the slot, the quick shot, and the save And then the rebound, and Cronin was right there on the doorstep and couldn't quite get her stick on it. I think there's not necessarily a rule, but you want to keep your stick on the ice just so you can be ready in case a puck comes that quick. If it's off the ice, it might be too much to ask to get it down there in time. But an excellent opportunity goes by the wayside for the Red Knights. They now have 43 shots on goal. And I'll tell you who's going to need a ice bath is going to be Ellie Wasserman. She is going to be one-tired and right in front this time. It was Rakinski with a golden opportunity, and her shot just goes over the crossbar. And then her return pass comes right across the goal mouth. And Wasserman has got to feel a little punch drunk out there with all the action she is seeing here. Puck now back in the Red Knight zone. Coming in is Bond, and she scores to ruin the shutout. And what a nice way for United to finish. And look at the celebration, the pure joy. Look at the smiles. Lucy Bond, number 5. It's got to feel good for her. Watch her come in, keeps her body away from Mikkelsen, and comes right in and beats Van Stelten. I think Van Stelten may have thought she was over, but Lucy Bond, the senior, is going to end her high school career on that goal with 3:14 to go in the sections. And very deserving. She's played well for the United. She stood out to me right when we first started broadcasting. And one of the more talented players. According to my stats, she's got 47 goals on the year, Lucy Bond does. Can that be right? 47 goals.
That's Bond, her 48th.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their schedule. They had a lot of high-scoring wins. So Bond gets that goal, 6-1. So now the clock is stopped, Paul. 3:05 to go. We're no longer in running time. And the face-off now to Ellie Wasserman's left. And we'll see if United wants to get another one. Ava Wasserman is their second leading scorer. According to my stats here, she's got 42 goals on the year. Go along with 31 assists. My goodness. All right, here come the Red Knights. Number 2 on the ice, that's Julia Evans. Now Cronin overskates it now to the corner, played by Emma Peschel. Or no, that's Sienna Carver. Now to the near corner along the boards, played again by 25, Mandy Cronin. Now Gray comes away with that backhanded pass, centering intended for Evans, but there was number 7 on defense for United, Heidi Duels. We're approaching 2 minutes to go, and now the puck comes all the way back out into the Red Knight zone, and Gray picks it up at her own blue line. Now cross wing to the near side. That's Sienna Carver, brings it across the line. Carver looking up, trying to find a teammate, finds Gray. Gray with a quick wrist shot, deflected in front by defense. Now comes out, ricocheting to center ice, and Junker coming right off the bench, picks it up and skates it right back in the United zone. Makes a nice nifty move towards the net. Loses control of the puck, but it's picked up by the Red Knights on the far boards. That's 23, Lizzie Hamill, who has 1 goal earlier tonight. And now the puck comes back out to neutral ice, but it's picked up quickly by Rakinski, number 55. 1:37 remaining. Cronin now with the puck at neutral ice. Pushes it ahead, and Junker will get there first in the corner. Coming around, Junker, she's got 2 this afternoon. Centering pass, and just misses Rakinski, who was guarding the point closer to the boards, comes all the way down. They wave off icing, as there wouldn't have been icing as the Red Knights played it anyway. But now Rakinski comes all the way back in, skates it coast to coast, coming in looking for the backhanded centering pass. And great defense there by United, preventing her from doing that. Was number 8 for United. That was Aurelia Meza. Now 1 minute notification. And now Cronin in front, looking for another goal, and my goodness. Shot gets deflected. Mikkelsen now plays it in the corner, loses control. United trying to clear the puck, but kept in by number 24, Keegan Gustafson. Her shot gets blocked in front by number 11, Veronica Anderson. Now the Red Knights with it behind the net. 36 seconds remaining. Puck tied up in the corner. Now it breaks out. Evans with a quick shot and a deflected goal there by Wasserman. Her 47th shot she's faced. Gray now. Red Knights looking for more. Evans, and now we're going to have a penalty with a whistle from behind the net. And cross-check is the preliminary signal. Let's see if we can see it on the replay as we watch Bailey Gray set up a shot. Right there is the cross check, right in front. So 2 minutes on the board. That also brings the puck back into the Red Knight zone. 20.4 seconds remaining, however, but a chance for United with the player advantage. Mickelson is going to get the cross check in charge. Play back underway. Puck controlled by Lucy Bond, who's got the lone goal. Now puck behind the net, behind Van Stelten. Bailey Gray now comes away with it. 10 seconds remaining. And the puck comes all the way down the ice. Oh, and Wasserman almost fed number 25, who came in and almost put in one more goal to put a cherry on top, Mandy Cronin, but couldn't quite convert. And there was the buzzer signaling the end of the match. Our final score here from the Rec Center. Benilde 6, United 1. Benilde moves on to the quarterfinals on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock at Parade Stadium. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and Leah on camera, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.